Hi everyone. This is the second part of childhood trauma, and I'm trying to bring that subject closer to what I'm doing. So, in this video, I'm going to try to describe what kind of connection have childhood trauma with the negative energies or entities. So, there is a loads of different reasons why people going through childhood traumas. Some people they coming to this world and this realm to break the family lineage curses. So if the family lineage are very destructive, very heavy, very dense, sometimes these very strong souls come to these families to break these curses or break this big amount of heavy and dense energy. Usually these souls are victims in every shape or form. So from physical abuse till mental, emotional, and so many of these souls, they don't complete the missions. That doesn't mean that they give up. They eventually come again, but they're going through really hard period of their life in that times. Sometimes people can have childhood trauma because of their frequency. Some souls, they have very high frequency and they come every now and again to raise the frequency of the planet, of humanity, or whatever. And they can be very suppressed, and they can be suppressed through their parents because negative energies or entities, they work through these toxic parents to harm them. Now, I strongly believe that we are not born bad or mean. It is life experience who make us, if you can say, bad or mean. Or so I personally believe that all these people who are bullies and who are abuse their kids or other people, they are heavily damaged people who are kind of lost. I don't know. I know there's so many people, they don't probably agree with what I'm saying, but I'm able to see from higher perspective how even these people suffer a lot because what they're doing and then what they had in their childhood or in their past. It is a little bit from this perspective, 3D perspective is very easy to judge and everything is like good or bad. However, we're going to leave that. So these high frequency souls with the high frequency, they are targeted and they try to be, move out. So they have loads of trauma and they usually break that. They break that and they can come out stronger and able to finish their mission. But what I'm trying to say through my healing session with the clients, I noticed that so many situations where they went through, it was conditioned by trauma, but then something else was going on. And then I realized that when your energy is low, And when you are constantly under pressure, or when some horrifying event happened to you, you drop in your frequency, and you're wide open to these entities or energies to come into your field, and they start creating reality for you, but what suits them. And that means more and more situation where it's very stressful for you as a person. So, for example, and people creating these patterns of very, very situation where it's like they relive again trauma. So I'm gonna say again, like I said in the previous video, I'm not a psychiatrist, and I know there is a medical term for these things, but what I'm saying, I'm looking for above. These situations create because it's two things. That the entities, they can live through that because they're feeding from negative energy, and for a person, it's kind of familiar situation. So we can easily say that they are a tortured soul to just, because who they are. Also, sometimes because when the trauma happened, so many people kind of step away, and then I know, but they partially step away, not consciously, but then somehow that part of them, some other entity take over, and could be, I don't know, soul who refuse to go up. And usually that these are like, if I had a situation where the woman, very strong person, but when we had the conversation, and when I touched some things like inside of her, she changed her voice, and her voice started being very, it's like a little girl. So it was a little bit strange for me, and I was like, But then when I went with her for energy work, where client is on the table and I'm working on the client, with the client, I realized that there's actually an entity attachment in shape of little girl who, because she had a trauma where her father killed her, she just literally, she was lost, and she didn't left this reality. And somehow when my client's thing happened, she just jumped in. Yeah, because some of us can be very scary. For me, I had a lot of compassion about that little girl, and when she finally left, the woman, my client, she felt so much relief, and she felt finally complete after long time. So that's a one of good session, good stories. However, I'll probably continue with the videos because these 8 minutes is not enough. Okay, see you soon.